Wofford's #2 ranked rushing attack is led by explosive fullback Eric Breitenstein. Today, the Terriers face the #1 ranked defense of North Dakota State. It's the FCS quarterfinals on ESPN3. Next. The Fargo Dome in North Dakota, one of the loudest venues in all of college football. And today it sees the Wofford Terriers take on the #1 seed and defending champion, North Dakota State. We start at the quarterfinal stage. Both of these teams won playoff games last week to get here. The winner today goes to the semifinals against either Old Dominion or Georgia Southern. Good afternoon, everybody, from the Fargo Dome. Jonathan Yardley and Ben Leber with you. And Ben, I don't want to go so far as to say David versus Goliath, but we might have a Goliath, certainly, in North Dakota State, #1 in the country, defending national champion, and the top-ranked defense. They're tough.
You know, it's almost biblical proportions here. You got Wofford, a very small school, very much deserved to be here, but they're playing the defending national champs in a venue that's very loud, the kind of the big school, and it's going to be quite a show today. A very good rushing offense against the #1 ranked defense in virtually every category with the Bison.
The biggest reason Wofford is here, the fullback and their running game. Eric Breitenstein leads the way, a Walter Payton Award finalist as the top player in FCS.
Yeah, he's the top player, the #1 rusher in the country at 1,900 yards. And when you watch this guy run, he gets all these yards between the tackles. And you think, how can you not stop this guy? But he's got a lot of wiggle. They change up the schemes a lot. This triple option a little bit with toss, a little some perimeter run game. Very tough to watch and very tough to play. And the guys at NDSU, the guys that we have to watch to stop this rushing attack, the interior D-line, Ryan Drevlo, Danny Lukey, the linebackers, Travis Beck, Grant Olson, Carlton Littlejohn. These guys on the inside of this defense have a tough task of bringing down Eric. It's going to be a great game and a great matchup.
All right, these two teams squaring off again. Over 100 decibels. It's going to be in the Fargo Dome. We hope you can hear us. We hope the players can hear each other as Wofford and North Dakota State get set to square off. A spot in the FCS semifinals on the line where we have kickoff. It's coming your way next. Welcome back to the Fargo Dome. North Dakota State, defending national champion, 11-1 on the year, taking on the Wofford Terriers, tri-champions of the Southern Conference, 9-3 on the year, and they are led by the very experienced head coach Mike Ayers, his 25th year. After a couple years at East Tennessee State, he's been at Wofford a long time and led them to a lot of success with a similar crew of assistant coaches as well. On the opposite sideline, Craig Pohl, his 10th season at North Dakota State, and he has done great things with this program. The quarterfinals 2 years ago, and of course the championship in 2011. 4th and 9. Now Cass is in the shotgun. He was an outstanding punter in high school. There's a very good chance he's going to kick this, and they didn't recognize it. And here is the punt by Cass, and he may have overhit it. It's going to bounce inside the 10. It checks up, and Wofford downs it at the 1-yard line. A 47-yard punt. That was his average as a junior in high school. And that's perfect field position football.
Great call by you. And the thing is, the reason why that works is that Wofford goes for it a lot on 4th down, so it makes it very tricky.
North Dakota State will start at its own 1-yard line with the lead when we come back. Holt, a junior from Sandy Creek High School in Georgia. Already's had a couple tackles on the game, and he's forced 3rd and long, as that was a big loss, back to the 12.
Now look for Vraw again on the outside here.
Jensen looks that way. The pass might be picked. It is picked. Blake Wiley at the 36. And Blake Wiley could go to the house. All the way for a Wofford touchdown. Blake Wiley, 35 yards. North Dakota State's only loss this year. They threw 2 pick-sixes. And Wofford has a chance to tie the game. Welcome back to the Fargo Dome in North Dakota, the FCS quarterfinals, and a good one so far with the defending champion North Dakota State leading Wofford out of Spartanburg, South Carolina, 14-7 at the half. Hi there, Jonathan Yardley alongside Ben Leber. We were looking forward to this one. I don't think the first half played out exactly how we thought. What surprised you the most?
Well, what surprised me was North Dakota State's actually winning the rushing battle right now against Wofford. Wofford hasn't even attempted a pass, and that's the thing that, talking to North Dakota State coaches, they know that Wofford's going to get their yardage. So, I think that the Bison are winning the rushing battle. It's a little surprising, but, both defenses are playing outstanding football, and I think that's something that we actually did expect.
North Dakota State has totally controlled the clock. They've got more than 17 minutes time of possession. Is that something they can continue all night to put this away?
Yeah, they've been doing it all year long. They lead the nation in time of possession, so I don't think anything's going to change in the second half. And they look at Wofford's defense being opportunistic. That's something they've done all year long. So, it's been a fun little battle of attrition here on the defensive side of the ball, so it's been a great football game.
We turn to highlights from the first half, and as we said, it was a fun one. We start with Wofford. The defense after the first drive really came to play. You see Josh Holt, one of several guys getting pressure in the backfield.
Yeah, Wofford came out in the first series and didn't look that good on defense, and then they came out, made some adjustments, and really started shutting down this offense. They get this great pick six here, which gave them tied up the score at 7-7, and really had a ball game. And then all of a sudden, North Dakota State starts coming back.
Blake Wiley had that 35-yard interception return, but the Bison kept it going. O'Jury taking it down to the 1-yard line. This is in the first quarter, and giving North Dakota State the lead, 7-0 at the time. It was tied 7-7 in the second quarter. The quarterback, Brock Jensen's legs took over.
Well, and very smartly, it was a great little change-up in the game plan. Let's just go with the quarterback run game, gives us an extra blocker in the box, and they did that all the way down the field. Great little drive, and then you see they close out the half with a bullet to Braw in the end zone to put them up 14-7.
First half numbers, as we said, 0 passing yards for Wofford. It's not a surprise. They are only the third team this year to top 100 rushing yards against North Dakota State. The things that stand out to me, though, the time of possession, which we talked about, and the penalties, 5 for Wofford, none for NDSU.
Yeah, and Wofford's, they've been known to be very penalized, very few in the games that they've played. So having 5, hopefully they correct that, but you got to understand it's a very tough environment here. It's very loud, so you can understand why they've had some pre-snap penalties.
I think that's something Mike Ayers will be talking about in the locker room. Wofford's discipline as they try to overcome a 7-point halftime deficit. 14-7, North Dakota State in the lead. More from Fargo when we come back. 1st and 10 for Wofford. Cass looking to throw. He's pressured, going to step up, and he's got some room to run. Breitenstein lays a block. The ball is knocked loose. Johnson tripped, and North Dakota State fell on it. Andre Martin. A huge strip and a second fumble by Cass. Fourth and 3. Lawson with the pitch to Nosek. He dives. He's near the first down.
Did he get it?
Wait for the spot. He's got the first down. First down, Wofford. What a call and what a play by Brad Nosek, the senior from Hollidaysburg, Pennsylvania.
What a call and what a pitch and catch.
That's a dangerous pitch.
Outstanding timing right there for the third-string quarterback to wait to the last second, takes the shot.
Now they're at the 13. You got to take advantage of that and find the end
conversion.
26-yard attempt for Casey Redfern. You don't know if they'll get another chance this close, but they're going to take the points here. Redfern's kick is no good. And Wofford comes away with nothing.
Wow. Absolute game changer right there.
We'll take a break and take a look at the attempt when we come back. Redfern couldn't convert, and North Dakota State still leads by 7. Jensen going to take off on a draw again. Wofford brings him down, and now Wofford will use its final timeout with 56 seconds remaining. And the crowd on its feet welcoming the defense back to the field, trying to seal this one. There is Olsen with the school record for tackles today. Does Wofford have enough passing plays to get downfield in 49 seconds with no timeouts?
Well, we saw him break out with the big pass play the last drive, so it's possible.
Lawson, the quarterback. Straight drop. Dumps it down to the tight end, Harp. He does not have a first down. The clock will keep running. Wofford hurries to the line. 35 seconds. Quick out, and receiver Irwin wasn't ready for it. It's incomplete. It'll be third down. The clock, of course, does stop with 23 seconds to go.
Yeah, unfortunately, you can see when you're a run-first offense and you don't pass the ball that much on timing patterns like that one was, chemistry's just a little off, and especially you get your third-string quarterback in there.
Wofford quarterbacks are 4 of 5 now passing today. That was their first incompletion. Fake the draw, pressured. He throws it to Breitenstein, and he's hit, and that is going to run the clock most of the way down. 13 seconds and counting.
They got to hurry up and get back to the line and just try a desperation throw here.
6 seconds.
Just get the ball off.
They do get the play off. Lawson throws downfield to Harp. He's looking for a teammate. He doesn't have one. And the North Dakota State defense stands tall again. 14 quarters for the Bison D without allowing an offensive touchdown in the FCS playoffs. And they're headed back to the semifinals for the second straight year. What a performance, Ben, from this defense.
Yeah, we talked about it before the game, we talked about it during the game, and we're going to talk about it again after the game. You got to give the game ball to the whole defensive staff, those players. They stepped up against a Wofford offense that was number 2 in the country in rushing. They faced a very good running back last week in Zenner at South Dakota State. They take Breitenstein. They contain him a little bit under his average, but fantastic when they needed to be fantastic in the red zone. Big key stops on third down and fourth down. So hats off to this Bison defense and this Bison team.
The amazing career of Eric Breitenstein does come to an end tonight as North Dakota State advances to the semifinals. They will take on Georgia Southern next week. A rematch of last year's semifinals. Sam Houston State, which played NDSU in the final last year, is also in the semis. Eastern Washington and Illinois State coming up in just a few minutes on ESPN3 will give us our final semifinalist. That's going to do it for us from Fargo, North Dakota. For our entire crew, for my partner Ben Leber, I'm Jonathan Yardley saying so long from Fargo. The final score, North Dakota State 14, Wofford 7. To watch the entire game on replay as well as other games on our family of networks, go to watchespn.com or download the Watch ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN. North Dakota State still on track to defend its title. So long from Fargo.